Bang with this thing, Nova podcast episode. I want to say 33, but I'm very horrible at keeping up nowadays with this shit because I have an intern now, so he kind of helped me out with that shit. We're gonna say episode 33, but it might be 34 though. I don't know. Episode 33, we have a special guest in the building. You know what I mean? And in case you guys didn't know, yes, the star search is still on. We ain't found nobody yet to take up the spot, but we have a candidate though. And she's in here right now. What's going on? How you doing? Introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, my name is Ann.
And what?
The best kept secret.
Okay then. We was just talking about this because it's like, yo, you gotta. I like, what do you like to go by? And she's like, I don't know, I just go by Ann. I'm like, well, come on. I mean, that's cool. That ain't nothing wrong. Like Patty's just Patty, but you know her handle's 16th World, right? So like, that's our producer, by the way, on the show. That's producer Patty. She be here. She's the one that subs every now and then. Mm-hmm. When you'll hear me with a female co-host. Is her. She never wanted to. She's hella like shy, and she's hella like what do you call it? Like, I'm not gonna say a recluse, even though we call her the brown recluse. She's very much antisocial. Like, she's not a real like social person. She's not mean, but she's just not social. So I had to like kind of like work her into that role of appearing every now and then. You get what I'm saying? So she was never intended to be the real co-host, even though it would have been nice if she wanted to, all day. But, that's not her lane.
She was leaving room for me.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, to be real with you, things work out the way they do for a reason. We started off this podcast, or this iteration of it, with a co-host, but she had some things and some personal issues she had to go deal with, so it ended up just being me. And like I tell people all the time, I was like, I hate fucking doing podcasts, but I don't hate doing it, but I prefer to do it with somebody because it feels like a rant.
Right.
After a while, it feels like bro, shut the fuck. Like, I want to tell myself, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it makes sense to me. So what the fuck were you talking about? Look, I'm horrible at that. Just so you know, there's gonna have to be some things you're gonna have to like get when you get to know me and you start doing this more. If you're the lucky winner.
No, we don't say if. So I'm a strong believer in manifestation.
I like that.
As we begin to develop this whole situation in this relationship, this business relationship, and as it grow, and once this become a household name, and we in this big ass studio, and people paying us to appear,
we doing live shows.
Exactly. And listen, I'm a strong believer in manifestation. We manifest in all that greatness.
Talk that talk. I ain't even mad at you. Talk that talk. See, because I'm the same way. And like I said, it's like I'm a firm believer. It's like, okay, like we were just saying, we were talking about that. It's like, we talk about it, then we put it into action. Mm-hmm. We talk about it, lay out our plan, put it into action. You feel me? I'm all about that. Like the thing that and the reason why I was saying we wanted a co-host is because, and it's my audience talking to me basically, in a sense. The episodes where I have Patty on. Mm-hmm. Or I have another co-host that we have good chemistry and they frequent a lot, I always do better numbers.
Right.
So that just tells me what I already had the suspicion. It's like, okay, I could hold down the podcast by myself all fucking day. It's not a problem. But people like it better when I got some back and forth.
Right. That makes sense.
And it does. And
I'm telling you, the people will love me. I'm hella lovable. Like,
that's what we trying to see right now. I believe you. If you say it, not too many people say stuff like that and don't mean it. You know what I mean? Because you'll be able to tell from the gate.
I tell everybody the reason why I'm the best kept secret. In theory, I am everything everybody wants. But in reality, I'm a lot of work. But that's because I always tell everybody, you got to match my ambition. Like, when I say I be on go, like, once I said, okay, I want to do this, I created a vision board. This is what I want to do. This is my plan. This is how I want to get there. That's it. Yeah. Like, I would say 80% of the stuff on my vision board that I created 6 months ago has already came true. Like, I don't be playing. Like, once I feel like, all right, it's time to go, I be on go. Like, I don't have time for nobody that's not trying to match my energy.
That's dope. And you know what, though? That's how you should be. I mean, I've said it a lot on the podcast. It's like, as you move along in life and you progress in life, it's not that you fall out with friends. You just stop seeing things the same way. Mm-hmm. So you got to, like, eventually, you got to get to where you want to go. You're going to have to shake. You know how they say, oh, I'm with only my day ones, and my day ones is like, sometimes your day ones ain't it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. You know what I mean? Because your day ones ain't thinking like you think.
Yeah, because if my day ones have to match my ambition and match my mentality. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, during COVID, I've definitely lost, like, 4, definitely, hands down, my day ones. Like, I've known you for 15 years. We have been besties. We've been like this. But stupid shit is like, wait, hold on. Now that I'm progressing in this direction, you still want to go here? Oh no, like I don't want to do that. I'm not interested.
Yeah, and you know what though is what I really think about when it comes to the day one situation is just because they're day one, that doesn't mean that they're evolving at the same time you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like, I got a lot of people that I've known for fucking 15, 20 plus years, and I still see them around. Are we tight? Do we hang out every day? No. Do I got something bad against them? No. Do they got something bad against me? I mean, I assume not, because they still speak to me. But we just on different playing fields right now. You know, some people, you know, their ideal life is, you know, the house, the kids, working every day, saving your money, and that's it. Some people are more ambitious. They want more than that. And some people want less than that, because we all know those folks that we done known them 10, 15 years. They're still doing the same exact shit. Ain't got no goals, ain't got no aim.
Man,
ain't going nowhere.
My cousin was just telling me, like, you got motherfuckers in the world that's celebrating failure, and they happy with it. I'm like, when he said it, I was like...
And they competing.
Right. They competing for failure.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I didn't even think about it that way. But when you think about it, yeah, you turning up, like, if you call me on a random Tuesday, Wednesday, and you like, oh, what you doing? I'm trying to drink. Oh, girl, I got a 7 a.m. meeting. I got class. I got this. My kids got to go to school. Like, no, I don't have time. I'm not going to do it.
And see, the thing is how they deal with it is what determines whether or not you still fuck with them. Because it's like, if they're like, okay, well, you know, I was just checking in. You know, I got my day off too, whatever. I work every day too, but I just happened to get this day off and I was checking in. They don't get upset. I feel like the people that get upset for you for doing the right shit are the ones that I grow apart from. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can't kick it. You can't come out. I was like, bro, I got to work in the morning. I'm working OT. I got priorities first. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if they understand that, then we'll always be cool. But I noticed that when people like be like, oh man, you don't do this, that, like, they're upset. I feel like they're still trying to relive some shit. It's like, bro, we could still be friends and we could still do those things, but we just can't do it at the whim like we used to do it. Right. You know what I mean? We gotta, you know what I mean? Kids. We got kids, got responsibility. I mean, you know, I like to go have fun like the next person, but I'm not gonna fucking just throw everything away, like, you know, and throw it in with no regard, like, you know, I don't got no responsibility.
But I also think as I've gotten older, what I define as fun is different. Like, I don't have fun, like, in real life, if it's a club and there's like a free before 11, I won't go. I don't want to show up to anything where anybody who don't have money can show up and still get in. I don't want to do that. Not at all. So I feel like as I've developed and grown as a woman, I feel like
I think that's just youngster shit though.
Yeah,
you feel me? That's like where we're at. I mean, when you're young, you know, it's like whatever. You know what I mean? But then you get to a certain point, it goes to the topic. I'm trying my best not to jump right into that topic we're gonna talk about, because we got a couple other things. But it leads into what we were saying earlier and what we're gonna talk about later in the podcast. So, no, you're definitely right. You know, your day ones. I say it all the time. It's like your day ones aren't necessarily always your day ones, because just because they're there from the beginning, that doesn't mean they're in the same mentality or mind state that you are. You know, everybody's growing. Some people don't grow. Some people regress. You feel me? Like,
right.
But for the most part, if you're a person that's into change and growth, and you're not the same person, and you're trying to be a better person or whatever the case might be, you know, we outgrow people.
Plus, you also got to remember, sometimes your day ones are only your day ones because you was at the bottom of the totem pole. As you begin to glow up, they get mad. Like, and that's like, I know for females, that's like a big thing. Like, you'll see like a badass female hanging out with, you know, a couple bitches, but then like maybe a little mud duck. Okay, like the Kim Kardashian, no, Jordie Woods, and what was her? Kylie, whatever.
Yeah, and Kylie.
And they was like super close when Jordie Woods wasn't like, she was nobody. She was just like, oh, you know, the little cute girl. But then she started to glow up. She made sure that body was right. She making sure that she show up and show out every time.
She started working her business.
And all of a sudden, it seems like this friendship is beginning to deplete because they never expected her to glow up in the direction or with the level that she actually did. Like, That's a big thing. Some people feel like, I hang out with the little ugly duckling because I can. Well, eventually that ugly duckling is going to turn into a swan and she's going to fly away from your fucking ass.
I feel you. And it goes back to like what we're saying. We're just saying it right now. It's like when you start growing and you'll start seeing like people that they're happy for you and they're really, they're a part of growth too, and they're getting there, or they've already been there, and then you'll see the people that are like, you changed, you ain't this, you ain't, what's wrong with you, why you acting like this? It's like, it's not an act, it's just, I'm not, when you're into evolving, you're into growth for yourself personally, you start seeing things differently. Like I said, I know a lot of friends, man. I was like, I'm not doing the shit I was doing fucking 10 years ago. I'm definitely not doing the shit I was doing 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say no more because I ain't going to tell you about how old I am. I'm going to let y'all speculate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If your group ain't growing with you, like, what's his name? LeBron James. Is it his manager that was like his best friend, and then he went to school, got his degree as a entertainment and sports management, and then became his manager. Shit like that. I'm always with it. Like, I'm 100% with it. It'd be when, like, I'm one of those people, if you tell me you have an idea, the way my brain naturally works, like if you say I want to do construction, my brain will naturally start like thinking and calculating, okay, how do you get into construction? What do you got to do? Do you got to do this, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. I will come to you with a whole plan of like, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, here's your 1-year plan, here's your 3-year plan, here's your 5-year plan. All you got to do is follow these steps, and then you can be doing X, Y, and Z. But I've learned that the way my brain works intimidates a lot of people.
Well, it goes back to that thing that we were talking about. It's like, it's the thought that's nice, but, a lot of people, they're like, oh, that'd be nice, and I would love to do this and that, but then they don't put no action behind it.
Right.
Or, I mean, I'm going to keep it real with you. Coming from where I'm coming from, and a lot of people could relate, and this might be a mental health topic or whatever, but, like, I feel like coming from how I grew up and the trauma that you experience, you can't, sometimes we don't allow ourselves to get a win.
Right.
We'll be like, yo, soon as things start going good and you're on top and everything going, your mentality is what's gonna happen. Something fucked up's gonna happen, or this. So you don't really allow yourself to be happy and enjoy the moment. And then I also believe, to take it a step further, that you kind of actually attract that because of your mentality of thinking that way.
Manifestation is a real thing.
So because of that, we don't allow ourselves to win. We don't allow ourselves to be happy. We think of things and we're like, oh, that's a nice thought, but it could never happen to me, or I could never do that. And well, in actuality, it's the opposite. It's right. Like it is a nice thought, but you could definitely do that. The difference is that it's just not something that's gonna appear. It's something you gotta work for.
Right.
People. That's another thing that I see a lot of. Is like people think that, oh, I'm gonna do this, but they don't have to put in the work behind it. You know what I'm saying?
That's because people are lazy. In today's society, people are so focused on the instant gratification of whatever it is they done. Like, you washed your face once and you feel like all your pimples gonna go away. That's not how the world works. Like, the work ethic of many people in today's society is trash.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say that in a nice way. That's just what
I mean, it is. It is what it is. It's true. It's not the same no more. People want, like, and it's because, you're right, it's because the society and the way everything is, because that's another thing that I hate. I hate that we base a lot of shit that we do based on the negative, or based on the outcome of something instead of the hard work. Right. It's like, yeah, you see the glamorous person, the Kim Kardashians, all that, and you think, yeah, they did come for them. That's probably the bad example, to be real with you. But They came from a place of privilege, but they didn't just make $1 billion. They didn't make like $1 billion.
Had to go through before she got there, and she got there from a sex tape. So. Yeah. Everybody is looking for the next viral thing. Like, that's what I feel like everybody is searching for. I want to go viral. Okay, you going to go viral, and then what? And then once you go viral, let's say you get $1 million. You have not educated yourself on how to actually make your money make money, to where you going to get $1 million. You still going to feel like you owe the hood, you owe your family, you owe everybody else. And then you still going to fuck around and just be broke. So the fuck, no. Like, people hate the fact that I be like, listen, It sounds rude, but right now I'll say, especially after, I tell everybody when I felt the most disrespected in my entire life was when I was trying to bury my husband. So now I am team me and mine. Yeah. And the only people that are in me and mine are me and my 2 kids. Unless I get married again, it is team us. I don't feel obligation to the hood. I don't feel obligation to everybody in my family. No,
okay,
I don't.
Make sure. Does it bother you though?
No, I'm one of those people.
Hey, good thing she said that, y'all, because I would have been it. We'd be like, okay, cut the mic off.
I'm one of those people. I think I be getting contact high.
Are you serious? Okay, well, we smoke big in this podcast, but I mean, we could always leave a window open for you.
No, you know, listen. I'm fine regardless.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those people, like, you know how everybody got their vice?
Keep an eye on her, y'all.
I'm a drinker, so that's the reason why
I'm a drinker, too. I'm not a super drinker, though, on the podcast, but I like to have a couple little cocktails, you feel me?
Have you ever had pure white Hennessy?
I've never tried it before.
Oh, my God. Do you want to try a shot?
Maybe.
It's super smooth. My God.
I might try a shot. Give me a second. No, I don't want to do too much too fast. Let me finish my little mixed drink. You know, I'm trying to... what do you call moderate? You know what I'm saying? Be in everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just telling you.
But I believe
the pure white Hennessy. I granted that little bottle is like $100. It's between $100 and $200. Every time any of my friends go to like Virgin Islands or any island,
best kept secret.
Bring it back because I need all of it.
I heard that. No, I heard. I see a lot of people and a lot of people like it. No, I like Hennessy, especially good Hennessy. I don't like you know, just I like VSOP or Paradise or something like that.
So I can tell you, any cognac you've ever tasted will not be as smooth as that.
I believe it. That's why they don't give it to us out here in the States. They're like, fuck what we going through and shit.
They do that with tequila too, though.
No, they do that.
Like my one of my friends, her family, they live in Mexico. They came out here and they had some tequila and it had like 3 skulls on it.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I felt so bad. I was at her mom's retirement party. Yeah. By the end of the night, nigga, I woke up and I was in the middle of the dance floor, like in fetal position. Like, what happened? I only took 2 shots. I was like, oh my God. I'm not drinking that shit no more. Like, the alcohol they have in other countries, it's not
playing. Yeah. We super watered down over here. I'm not going to lie, though, because... yeah, definitely. I've tasted stuff from other countries and shit like that. It's so smooth and it's like a different experience. And out here it's coming like it's kind of harsh when you drinking shit and you're like, why? You know what I mean? It's different.
And if it is smooth, you gotta spend hella fucking money. And it don't even be worth it. Like sometimes that's why anytime any of my friends, like I have one friend, she's from Jamaica. Anytime she go out there, I'm like, hey, can you send me back like a couple bottles? Yeah, cause I don't even like Hennessy no more.
Yeah, I'm right now. I've been on my tequila hype right now. Like, to be honest with you, I still drink Hennessy, but it's not my go-to. Before it used to be the go-to. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get some motherfucking Coke or something with it. You know what I mean? But now it's like I'm on my tequila shit.
Oh, I love tequila.
I'm not gonna keep saying the story on the podcast, but if you go back a few episodes to talk about, actually like 2 episodes to talk about an experience I had with 1942 and chilling with my friends, and I've kind of slowed down drinking.
In LA?
Nah, this was different. Let's just say that the most embarrassing thing that you could probably do in front of your how do you say it? Your significant other happened to me, and I'm gonna say to my shit. Put it this way: I came home drunk, partying, couldn't hold my liquor, threw up in the bathroom.
Yourself?
No, hell no. I've never pissed on myself. I mean, not as an adult at least. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid, I mean, it is what it is. We babies and shit. We pee. Shit gets pissed on. But I came home, I was drunk, I threw up in the thing, and I broke the sliding glass shower door off the frame, and then I jumped in the shower asshole naked, and my girl found me there when she came home from work with the shower hit me on my face. Fuck that.
That's not even safe. You could have drowned.
Nah, it's the shower. Come on.
What that mean? People don't drown in the shower?
It ain't a tub. It couldn't even get filled. Like, how I'm gonna drown. If anything, I'm amazed at the fact that I fucking was getting hit with water and I passed out still. I don't understand like
so
how
that's what would have made you drown, because even though when the water is hitting your face, depending on the direction, if it's hitting your face and going upward, it will still go up your nose and you can still drown.
I was definitely not up. I was like my shower's hella small. Like, to be honest with you, it's like it's so small. I'm sure my feet were hanging out that shower. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting against the wall like this, literally. You know what I mean? With the shower hitting me in my face, so I was good. You know what I'm saying? It was just an embarrassing experience, and you know, it's a life lesson. You know, I ain't felt that drunk since I was like fucking a teenager. I ain't never got that, like, you know what I mean? I blacked out like that and then fucking broke the shower door and all the crazy shit. I was like, wow, I'm tripping. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when you know you have to relax. You know what I mean? So like I said, I do my little cocktail shit. You know what I mean? Take a shot or two and I'm good.
Okay, so truth moment. After my husband passed, I ain't gonna lie, I was doing the most.
I would assume so.
I definitely feel like I can visually see where I was when it first happened, the first year and the second year, and it's been growth. But yeah, like that first year, like I was tripping. I was doing shit I shouldn't have been doing. Like somebody got a
being
video
a little
of me,
reckless.
hella reckless. Like I got. One of my cousins was telling me how I was chasing a guy around from my garage to my front door. I don't even know why. I done got in a fight with family members. I knew I was doing too much, or I was just in a negative space because I was doing shit I would never do, like in my right mind. But you know, shit happens.
I mean, that's a traumatic experience though. Like, first of all, before, like, shit does happen. And you made it out okay, and that's the important part, because it's like, yo, I hate how we downplay stuff like that, because, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe not you, but like just society in general. So it's like it kind of makes you, when you talk about it, downplay it. Like, that's a traumatic experience that you had to go through with you and your child, your children. Yeah, your children, all y'all. You know what I mean? So I mean, I know people that would have lost it. You know what I'm saying? Lost it all, never came back.
Did.
And that's what I'm saying. Never came back though. So the fact that you're back, you're here, you're able to.
I think that's part of the reason why I don't fuck with social media the way I used to. Cause the way I found out was somebody sending me like a video on social media of somebody resuscitating a dead body. So I woke up that morning and was just like, ooh, let me check Instagram. And when I checked Instagram, it was like, what? It was like hella crazy, and I'm like, if you called yourself my friend, bitch, you should have called me. Do not send me no fucking video, text message. I like none of that. You should have called me. That shit was fucking crazy.
That's wild. And you know what? It's just this age we live in, bro. It's like, when the fuck do you pick up the camera before like actually doing something? You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, certain things, okay, you know, like should be documented, and then it's like, you see these videos where like, you know, old ladies getting beat up or something, and everybody filming. It's like, why the fuck you ain't helping this person? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and the same thing, like, you know, with like, why the fuck, like, you too busy worried about filming this shit? Why ain't you fucking, you know, doing something?
I'm telling you, it's because people want to go viral. That's why I am a strong believer of I will whoop your ass.
Oh,
I'm comfortable with that.
I'm a firm advocate of that, actually.
Yeah, I am a definite advocate. Well, I will whoop your ass. Let me find out you recorded some shit you should have actually made sure that you actually handled. I'm gonna beat your ass for the fake. I'm gonna beat your ass for the mama that didn't whoop your ass. That's how I feel. Like,
I don't like that shit, because you see too much of that. You see these videos, it's like, yo, y'all sitting there watching. Why don't y'all do something? Like, man, like we don't. I don't know. Motherfuckers is built different.
I know. I just had a situation where one of my cousins, her mom got punched in the face at the mall. They took a picture of the dude, and the only thing I was thinking is, if I ever see this circulate, whoever recorded it, bitch, I'm beating your ass. I'm going to find you and I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I'm gonna whoop your ass not because I feel like you recorded it, because you didn't do nothing and you felt like that shit was okay. I'm gonna whoop your ass because your mama did.
You were looking more for the post than you were for the person and shit. Right. Like, yeah, no, I get it. And that's the thing that I be killing me. It's like, y'all, even the same thing with motherfuckers that be like, oh, like look, I watch Instagram, and people say, "Oh, what I post is not what I am." I was like, but that's not what I see when I watch what you post. I see your mentality. You know what I'm saying? What you think is funny, what you think is okay.
So that's the reason why, like, on my social media, if I see a person who is posting a bunch of fights, right, I will unfollow you. Yeah. You can follow me because you may need some positivity in your life, but I will unfollow you quick, fast, and in a hurry because I feel like I don't want your negative energy to penetrate my positive energy, and I don't have time. I don't even want to be cool with somebody that I feel like where you feel like motherfuckers disrespecting themselves, disrespecting other people's houses. Like, to me, that's a person who ain't got shit and don't want shit. I'm a person who wants shit. So if you feel like it's cute for you to fuck up some shit that you didn't pay for, then that means you may fuck up my shit and you didn't pay for it. Yeah. And before I have to shoot your ass in the face, you might as well just.
I'm not gonna lie though. I am that guy that watches fight videos every now and then, because like especially when like a Karen gets slapped or fucking a Trumper gets socked. I will say a
Karen or a Trump. I can watch those, but
but I don't want. Yeah, I'm not
stuff where it's like an old woman just got slapped at the subway. What? No, I don't want to watch that.
I don't like. No, and you're right though, because with the social media stuff, like if I see how that person like just. If your overall vibe is just kind of foul to begin with, then I'm gonna unfollow you, because it's like I don't want to. Like you said, you gotta watch. You know, even if you don't believe in that shit, if the more you see it, it will desensitize you and make you feel like you may not feel directly that it's okay, but a part of you will start making it feel like, oh, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You start losing your. I feel like you're losing just your humanity in general. So I don't really like to do that. I do watch fight videos though. I'll be the first to admit I watch fight videos. Like I see, especially if it's like a heads up. Like,
see, I had to stop. I had to stop.
No, I hear you though. My whole reason why I do is because it kind of gives me like the whole. So I don't go out and punch somebody's shit. You know what I mean? Because I you know what I mean.
That's why I work out.
I do that too.
I tell everybody I work out to keep myself from actually beating somebody's ass. Yeah. Like, ooh. Working out is a good way to do that. I work out. I do a lot of other different stuff like that. You know, we all got outlets. I mean, the podcast and all that shit. But you know, like we're just from a different era. So like all the disrespectful shit, it's like it's not me, and I hate seeing that, and I definitely hate being around it. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like I said, it's like if we're going back to evolving in your day ones. It's like if my day ones are still out punching people and being disrespectful and breaking shit, and you know what I'm saying, just being just too extra. Like I can't fuck with you. I'm sorry. And see, you definitely got to think about that as you begin to evolve and as you begin to, you know, financially be put in a different position, because next thing that's gonna come is a lawsuit. Yeah. And I think about that, like, bitch, you ain't got shit, so you ain't worried about this lawsuit. I do, so I am. No, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, and that's how you, and it goes on different levels. See, for you, that's how you think. For me, my main thing is like I want to go back to prison. So first thing I gotta do is that if I'm gonna punch you, it's gonna be worth it. I'm not just gonna punch you because you thinking you Mr. Billy Badass. If you threaten me. You know what I'm saying? You pose a threat, I'm gonna handle my business. That's just how it goes. I mean, that's just, you know, especially the way people are now, you know what I mean? So, but I'm not out looking for it. Knowing that that's how I am and the kind of person I am, I'm not out looking for it. That's why I said I'm not hanging around people that's what they on. Right. If that's what you want and I'm not the dude, I'm not the old dude with hella young ass cats around them. I mean, everybody, I try to keep them within a 10-year age limit, you know what I'm saying, from where I'm at. I don't like to be around hella youngsters, and I don't want them to
being around people with money. Because I feel like if you have money, the way you move is going to be different. People who have something to lose, I don't give a fuck what your age is. You could be 18, but if you know that at 18 you have $2 million, and you know I will sue you for that $2 million, you going to move different. So I like being around people with money. Yeah. People that's broke always want to be the first ones to fight. I'm like, oh, God.
First ones to feel disrespected.
Yeah, like they be like, oh, she bumped into me. This bitch hate me. This bitch is trying to fuck with me. What? Yeah. Girl, this club is crowded. Shut the fuck up. Go sit your ass over there.
Yeah. That's the one thing about that. I ain't had to deal with no shit like that in a while. You know what I mean? But I feel you on that, you know. No, it's people's mentality though. People, you're right. You got to be around the people that think likewise in your manner, and especially if you're trying to get to that point. So, and we all are, I think, like, so you got to be around people that got money and people that are ready to take action and people that are already in action and doing what the fuck they say they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because I hate to say, I know people right now still doing the same shit they've been doing. They only hang around the same people that they've been doing it with. They don't have no...
Like people at the marina.
Oh, man.
Them niggas been at the marina, listen, I ain't gonna say my age. Them niggas been at the marina since I was a kid.
See, and look, and when I say things like this, I'm not to knock nobody. Because, yeah, it's true.
I'm knocking you. That's your lifestyle.
Exactly, but that's not me.
Right. I want more.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be the bitch that you feel like is gonna have hella babies, sit on welfare, and be comfortable with sitting with you at the marina and drinking a 211
and just be struggling and check to check and not what the fuck. I'm not trying to be none of that. You know what I mean? I'm trying. You're right though, and that's the thing. It's like so. And we said it. You know, some people they have their fucking they're content with what it is and what it is and what that's all they think they ever have or that's all they ever want.
But I think some of that is people who don't have vision. So if you can see beyond today or tomorrow or next week or to your next paycheck, you're going to move differently. Like people that don't care about their credit. Those are people who probably don't want to buy houses because why would I think about actually credit when I ain't never going to buy a house? I'm good. Like you kind of get what I'm
they're
saying?
content with what they got. They're so like, yo, this is all I ever be or this is all I ever want to do and this is what I'm okay with that. And some
people, listen, I don't care what nobody say. Some people are homeless and happy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. A lot of times the homeless, like, I was watching this documentary, I forgot what it's called, but he was talking about that. He was like, the homeless, some people they just don't like to follow rules. Then they just don't want to hear nobody's shit. Like, so they choose to be homeless. You know what I mean? Because I met people that were homeless that in prison and shit. They were homeless on the streets, but they got family that love them, sending them packages, putting money on their books and taking care of them. And they come home, they go back to the streets.
And that's, so...
But it's all a lifestyle choice.
You know, have you ever noticed that people that are homeless... this is going to sound weird. People that are homeless, their love seems to be more genuine than people with money.
Yeah, because I feel like that's all they have really to truly offer somebody a value. Well, at least it should be valuable, though, to everybody. You know what I'm saying? For them to be more loving and loyal and real. But to them, that's all they got. That anybody else.
Authentic version of them.
Yeah, because you get to see the most humblest. Like when you're at your humblest, you get to actually see somebody without the ego,
right?
Or without the you get to see them without the fact that they are admiring the wrong things. You see the person pure, like I got family in Mexico, and they don't live like fucking.
You're Mexican?
I'm Mexican. What did you think I was? I'll tell you right now. Number one answer is Middle Eastern. The second number one answer is like Puerto Rican. I get that. And then the third,
I definitely thought you were like an Indian.
Middle Eastern. Exactly. Ding, 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 ding. There you go. I get that all the time. No, it's the beard. It's the features, the eyebrows, the fucking. You know what I mean? So I'm Mexican though, all day.
Okay.
All day.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. Like I said, that's like happens all the time. I get that all the time. It's just one thing, and it's crazy because it varies from people to people. I've had people say you look like you're Islander or Guamanian or something. I'm like,
I can definitely get a Guamanian.
Yeah,
I
like
can definitely
Pacific
get a
Islander.
Fijian.
Yeah, exactly. So I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten
Look, I'm about to show you
Middle
somebody
Eastern.
right now. This person, I think it's this person. He's Fijian, and oh God, you remind me of him. I've
gotten everything. Middle Eastern, Puerto Rican, Islander, of all sorts. What else? Everything mixed, like and mixed too. People are like, "Are you mixed with this and that?" I'm like, "No, I'm just full-blooded Mexican." But you know, we're all a little bit of something, anyways.
Hey, listen, we all are. We're just a melting pot.
Yeah,
of
for real. Because just to trace back our genealogy and all that shit. I mean, if people go and what's funny, I be seeing them videos where like straight up Fijian, yeah. He look and I look at him. You know, he looked like he could be Puerto Rican and shit or something.
Yeah,
you know
his mom is from Fiji.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's why in my head I was like, Mexican?
Mexican.
Definitely didn't know that.
Yes.
Did not get that.
Yes. Represents.
Oh my God. Do you know how to edit these?
Mm-hmm. Bang, we back. No Invite Podcast. The podcast is always bathroom friendly. We always make sure everyone can go and use the facilities as needed. You know, we don't believe in holding anything in. You know, we even on the podcast. But we're back, and it's season 2, No Invite Podcast, the Level Up. Every season I try to name I name the season because we do it like by year. So last year it was the relaunch because I've been doing the podcast for a while, and it's never really been as consistent as it been since I launched it last year. Okay. And it's cool because it was through all the pandemic and everything. You got to actually see the you actually kind of seen the evolution of it. You know, we started pre-pandemic, and then as the pandemic went on, it went from like this to everybody, we don't know what the fuck's going on. So then it's like, I'm doing them by myself. I don't have no guests, no co-host. Sometimes I'm sitting in my truck doing them just on my phone, like just to keep it rolling, because I know the consistency was something that I wanted to maintain in order for me to take this shit serious. You know what I mean? I can't take it serious if I'm not being consistent, you know? Right. And now with this, you know what I'm saying? It's the season 2, it's the Level Up. And we're looking for a co-host. Like I said, season 1, we started with a co-host. It didn't work. P-World Patty, Peebo, you know what I'm saying? She has many handles, by the way. Peebo, 16th World, Patty Mayonnaise, all that. She fills in. Mm-hmm. But I need someone every week. So,
but I feel like you keep saying you're looking and you're not looking anymore. Founder.
Well, so talk that talk then. Let them know right now.
I'm just trying to understand why we keep using this terminology.
I mean, well, we use it just for you know, for the sake of fair play and competition. You know, but at the end of the day,
if you compete feel like where you don't compare, like what? There's no competition with me. I don't have those kind of issues.
Okay. Well, shit, you know, confidence is key. You know what I mean? And especially in this platform, because I talk a lot. That's kind of like the whole thing that we're doing. So I definitely need somebody that's gonna be able to
match your energy,
match the energy, have something to say. Your perspective is your perspective. It's unique. So no matter who you are, everybody got their own perspective, which is valuable. But how you interpret that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How you bring it to the table. So I think that so far so good. I feel it. You cool. You're definitely with the shenanigans, which is always good because you know this. You know how we do on this shit. Like we got to be ourselves to a certain extent. You know what I mean? We gotta. The thing with the podcast, I like to keep it is like a conversation that we're letting somebody else in on. Like, so for instance, if we're all at the party or we're hanging out or whatever we're doing, we're all around each other, these are the conversations we would just have just on some shit anyways. But, you know, now we're letting like the listener in on them, you know?
Right. I feel like that. Listen, the reason why I call myself the best kept secret is because I know everybody and nobody all at the same time. Everybody, like, I'm cool with everybody. I ain't got no problem with everybody. But at the same time, most people, they have a theory of me. They'll probably base it off of social media. But in reality, you don't know who the fuck I am.
Exactly.
I'm the person that I can actually go to the hood. I get along with all these niggas. Then turn around and go to the banquet with senators and still have an amazing time.
I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I'm like, sir, I'm the best kept secret.
Now you are because you say you are, and if you say you are, then you are. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So I respect that confidence. Like, exactly. You say it because you know it.
True.
You know, some people say it, but they don't know that. They just saying it. You know it. You say it with confidence. You know what I'm saying? You know the difference. You can tell, like, it's because, like I said, we've been on social media for a while. I've always seen you. You've always had something going on. I'm pretty sure you told me the same thing. And you could tell people that have a different mindset. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you always got something that you're doing. You're always about your business. And from what I've seen, because you don't, like you said, we don't know everything about everyone just because you see them on social media. But you know, you could kind of pick, and you could kind of see what a person's priorities are. You know what I'm saying? What they value, you know,
Right.
to a certain extent. Some people are like, I just post memes. I'm not really going through this. I'm like, yeah, but if you post only the same kind of certain memes, that's either something that you believe or you've been through or that you like. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of could gauge kind of what a person is like. I post all kinds of shit, don't get me wrong, but people for the most part, they see me and what I put out there. Hopefully they see that I'm a family man, I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hopefully they see that I'm a creative, I'm a content creator. I like to I like art and shit like that. You know, I like getting stoned and doing mushrooms and all that. But you know what I mean? Just, you know, they just get to see. They don't know everything about me, but they know enough.
Supposed to.
And same thing with you. So when you got referred for the audition, I guess we're gonna say fancy shit like that.
Shout out to Janetti. He makes sure that he always take care of me.
Shout out Marty Janetti,
That's actually my friend. Like,
yeah,
that's really my bestie.
That's a cool dude right there, man. I ain't got nothing but good shit to say about him. He's always been on the up and up. He's been a guest on the podcast a few times. I'm trying to have him again. I was trying to go out there and fuck with him. I definitely got to go make an appearance on his podcast eventually. But shout out to Marty, man. Marty Janetti, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure you guys go check out his podcast in real life, right?
Yes.
In real life with Marty Janetti, you know. Check him out, friend of the podcast, and yeah, he referred you over. So now we're here with the tryouts. Now the physical part is gonna come later. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to, cause you know sometimes we gotta be dodging suckers. You feel me? So we gotta be able to cut and pivot. We're gonna run a couple routes and shit. But I mean, I'm sure you got that too. You be working out, so I'm not worried about it at all.
I just maintain my bitch blockers. That's all I do. Keep my bitch blockers on.
And just remember, it's mental physical. It's not really physical. It's how do you super sucker duck these cats out here? You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm definitely feeling it. It's good. I'm glad that you came in because we are searching, but I guess apparently from when we let you tell it, we found it already, right?
Oh, you're not searching no more. You should just stop saying that. So whoever is coming to audition, hey, I got the job. Thank you, but do you want me to send a regret letter formally? Because
Nah, you don't gotta do that. See, it's not. See, the thing is like this. At the end of the day, we got whoever we got, which is the best kept secret, right? So I'm gonna refer to it as you do. But whoever we got, I mean, it's not like I'm not trying to pit anyone directly against them neither. It's more like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come bring your A game, because at the end of the day, this is going to be a partnership, and I need the very best person to fit what we doing so we could level it up. I mean, this season is called the level up for a reason, because we're trying to get to a new plateau. So I mean, a new height. Right now that's what we're looking. We're looking to add another element such as yourself because I know that people want it. Like I said, if I'm gonna ignore what people want, then I'm a fool at what I'm doing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that doesn't mean they dictate what I do. But if I see they like something, then then I know that maybe it's somewhere that I could find a way to incorporate that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a business. You know what I'm saying? In this podcasting thing, I'm doing it because I like it and in hopes to make it some kind of income eventually, and to be able to do something that I like and get paid for, right? So by doing that, you know, I also understand it is a business, and I want to make sure that I give the best product that I can. And I listen to my consumer. It isn't, and I'm me. So obviously, you like what the fuck I'm saying. So it's like, you know, I'm listening. You know, and right now you got the spot. You trying to lock it in right now. But
I'm saying trying. I'm not trying. I did. We got to manifest this.
Yeah, but it's going good. So I'm glad. Welcome. You are definitely gonna be well received. I already know the people will speak, because that's what I'm gonna go by at the end of the day. The people are gonna tell me who they want, who they don't want, and the podcast is moving. Hopefully that we're gonna bring another person, and we'll see. Ideally, this is what I wanted, right? I wanted to do a panel. I wanted to be me, one other co-host, and then the third chair with another microphone would be a guest.
Oh,
and we interview him, and we shoot out questions to him, and we carry the conversation, because I feel like one-on-one is cool, but when you throw in a third dynamic, it kind of like opens up the conversation more, you know, because you get a wild card. Sometimes two people agree and one person's not going, you know what I mean, or vice versa,
right? But
you throw another odd in there, in other words, you know what I'm saying? So I think
that's gonna be dope. And honestly, even the other people who are trying to, well, they can't take my spot because it's like You can't.
So they're gonna have to try to make the third chair.
But I'm saying, if they want to make a third or a fourth chair, like having the dynamics to where it turns out to be 3 people plus a guest, which makes 4. Like all of that is super dope. You can you can literally fit it in wherever somebody ain't. Plus, on days that I cannot make it because I do go back and forth between Atlanta sometimes. I mean, they can temporarily keep the seat warm.
No, for sure. And see, that's the thing. Like, kind of the criteria that I wanted, besides the stuff we talked about already, was availability. And you having to go handle business, that's never going to be a negative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's never going to count against you, and even whatever. But if you're here more than you're not, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
And even then, you know, at this point, they've made so many things virtually available.
That's what we're gonna have to explore next. Because to be honest with you, I have people from other states that want to be on the podcast, but you know, it's virtual. They want to do, and I don't do the Zoom. You know, I really like the in room experience thing, like, because it's different. It's a different vibe when you're talking to somebody. They're in your presence, and you get to fucking see their reaction more or less, like what you know what kind of humor do they have, what kind of sense of humor they have, are they, you know what I mean, they, you know, so it's
but
a
are
different.
they trying to be like just a guest, or are they trying to be more permanent?
Nah, we're not doing, see, this is it, this is 100% keep it real time right now. Whoever gets the second slot, it's a wrap. The third mic is gonna be really for guests.
Stop saying whoever gets it. I already got it.
So. Well, you know what I'm saying then you know what I mean then. The second, it's always going to be 1 and 2, and then it's going to be the third is going to be guests. And that's just how we're going to keep it. Because ideally, to be honest with you, when I developed this podcast, I didn't even want to be the person on the podcast. I wanted to get 2 people in the room that had good chemistry, and then do the panel with the third guest, and they interview him. I was gonna be the producer, what my homegirl's doing, Patty, but it ended up being that I couldn't get nobody to really get on there and talk that talk, so it was just like, fuck it, I have to do it.
Hey, that's because a lot of people try to be politically correct. Once you get to a certain age, you don't give a fuck. Fuck them, fuck you, fuck what y'all talking about. I don't give a fuck. You either love me or hate me.
Yeah,
but either way,
and we're human, y'all. So I tell people all the time, that's why I like podcasts too. We're not the news. We're not fucking Fox or CBS or none of that shit. We don't have to fucking be right. Factual. We don't have to be factual. We don't have to be always politically correct, because we're human. We know what we're not, and we know what we are. You feel me? So we're never too out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just, you know, totally like blasphemous or whatever. However you want to see shit. You know, are you a religious person? Are you, or a spiritual person?
I'm much more spiritual than
me too.
Religious.
Me too. So we're gonna get along good then. So then now you know, because I don't bash religion if it brings you peace, if it's not misused, if it's not if what you're doing it for is for the right reasons. I don't bash it at all, because it gives people peace. It gives them something to believe in, right? But I'm more of a spiritual person and not a man-made religion. But I believe more in like the universe and the earth, you know, and the spirits and things like that. Whatever. I'm a fucking Morlock or whatever the fuck they call it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. So you know, I mean, it is what it is. That's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was raised to be super religious.
Me too.
My mother is a Jehovah's Witness. My sister is a Jehovah's Witness. My grandma was Baptist. I don't know. I'm the black sheep in the situation, because I'm just like, listen, I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Nah, I hear you. There's a few of us like that in my family. Well, I have 7 brothers and sisters. So
really?
Yeah, we have deep. Our
Wait, on what side? Do you got like separate sides?
Yeah, but no, they're all on one side though. On my mom's side, there's 7 of us.
Yeah. See, on my mom's side, there's only 2, and I'm the baby.
Yeah.
Which is probably the reason why I'm so spoiled. But on my dad's side, there's 14 of us.
Oh shit! See?
Like in real life, I got 2 sisters that live in Pittsburgh that I feel bad because I don't talk to them as much as I would like to, and they live like less than 5 minutes away from me.
You know what the sucks about that though is because I do got family on that on my dad's side too. He has like brothers and he has brothers and sisters that my dad is somebody else right now, my mom, and it sucks because since you weren't, you know, if you didn't have an opportunity to come up with him and be tight with him from the beginning. Then it's hard to have that bond. And you'll try, but then it feels forced.
It feels like, okay, so I'll give you a perfect example, right? One of my sisters had her son. Her son is younger than my son. And so me and my other sister was in there, and she was like, oh my God, I'm finally an auntie. And everybody stopped and looked and was like, oh my God, that's kind of rude because technically you're already an auntie because you have my son.
Yeah.
But the reality is they were raised in the same household. We were not. So
Yeah.
I understood it. It didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Whereas
it wasn't personal. You just
Yeah.
knew that's how you see it, because family is a perception almost.
Right.
Because you'll have friends that you go through hell and back with and all kinds of crazy shit, and you'll be tight forever. You stop looking at them as friends.
Right.
You do what I'm saying? Because family, you know what I mean? But, I mean, of course, family's blood, too, but it's also like a perception in a sense.
Yeah, but I feel like family is who you choose.
Yeah.
You got relatives and you got family.
Yeah.
Just because we have blood relations do not mean you are team me and my success.
No, that's a fact. It's really like, it's a perception, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, like that, like the corny shit I was talking about, how everything they make, that cliche, you can meet somebody 6 months ago that has better intentions for you than somebody 10 years ago.
I've had that.
Yeah, me too.
I've had a friend she was my friend for she's the godmother of my children, and she was my friend for hella years. Turned around, this was after my husband passed, and I'm trying to figure out my life. She ended up fucking the dude I was fucking behind my back. But she introduced me to a friend, and me and that friend, she has a key to my house. I love her, everything about her. She support me, my success.
Good people is good people.
Yeah, and I'm just
no
how is that
how
possible? The connection is weird because I met you through somebody who I feel stabbed me in the back, but you're so fucking cool.
And you're
everything
not,
about
totally
you.
not that type of person.
Yeah, and it's oh shit.
It's like that, and because good people, I feel like good people are good people no matter what. It don't matter when you meet them. A good person is gonna be a good person to you, and if you guys click. It is what it is. It goes back to that growth shit we were talking about, the evolution. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're friends with somebody so long, you kind of it's unappreciated. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You unappreciate that person because you expect them to always be there, and it's whether it's friends or family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be the first to admit that I'm the worst at maintaining relationships and friendships, and it's not because I'm a bad person, a friend, but it's just I could go months, years without seeing somebody, and it won't be a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying?
But when you see him, it's back
like it always is.
Exactly.
I never.
But those are real friendships. Those are the friendships that fucking matter. Those are the friendships where it could be 15 years from now, and I call you and be like, "Hey, I got this situation. I need you to send me $1,000," and you send it. Yeah. You those are my real day ones. Yeah. You other bitches, y'all don't count.
I mean, and it be like that. So literally, you some people I'm not forever friend. Like I said, it's bro, unless something major happened between us, I don't care if I ain't seen you in years. I'm gonna treat you like last time I seen you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. You're my friend. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna treat you different. I'm gonna treat you like how you were, as long as we're still good. You know what I'm saying? Right. As long as there ain't no major shit happen. So. I mean, that's just, it's different,
That's, what it is? I feel like you're one of those cut from a different cloth type people. I feel like in today's, the number one thing that is the biggest problem today with the younger generation, y'all don't understand the term loyalty and what it really means. Yeah. You're loyal to team self. But in reality, you still need some type of a village. You can't do everything by yourself. You still gotta network and get to know other people. And then when you go into it and you're not authentic, people can read that shit. Yeah, that shit is trash.
And opportunists, people could tell, you can't be the type of person that you're doing something for somebody because you feel like you're doing it only because it's going to benefit from you. I do things for people because I like to do things for people. And if it comes back to me, it comes back to me. Now, if we're talking about business is a different thing. But we're talking about friendships and maintaining with people. It's I don't do things just to expect something in return. I do things because from the bottom of my heart, and see the double side to that, the flip side to me being that kind of friend that I could go years is the fact that I do sometimes. And then people change because they probably expected more from me, and that's what I mean about being bad at maintaining relationships. The most
disrespectful thing is when they expect more from you than they're willing to do themselves. That's the most disrespectful, slap in the face, lazy bitch shit that I've heard, and I've had that happen to me several times. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's a two-way street. They could reach out just if you ain't seen me in months. and you know I'm that dude. No matter how I'm gonna treat you, no matter the same. You can reach out to me and be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean?
I tell
just
people
like
because I do
ways. Too. It does. It respects a two-way street, and everything else is too. When it comes to relationships, you know, it gotta cut evenly. If it don't, then then it's one-sided, and that's when the problems start. You know what I mean? But speaking of that, though, so since we're talking about that, and we're talking about the whole just your circle and whatnot, you hit me with an interesting quote that from a book. You know what I'm saying? That you said you've been looking into, or somebody referred you to, and we're gonna jump off into this topic real quick because I feel like it's a great way to just give people some game, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to business, because that's what you do, right?
That's life. It's a life lesson. But it's called Your Network is Your Net Worth. It's a really good book. So years ago, I have somebody I went to like school with, and he posted it and posted this woman attached to it. And when I saw it, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And so he's one of those people. He's in the industry. He makes really good money. He's made a very good name for himself. He's very low key. And when I saw it, I was looking at myself, and you know, that going to the town, going to the city, kicking it all the time. Like I realized at this point I'm celebrating failure. That's not okay. I'm kicking it every weekend. I've always maintained like really good jobs. But at the end of the day, I've always known...
No long-term goals, though, or long-term...
Well, I had long-term goals, but I wasn't working towards them. And to me, it's almost like that same saying where you say, like, humans are creatures of habit, and knowledge isn't powerful unless it's applied. So even though I know where I want to be a household name. I want to have my own businesses. I want to be... I definitely want to be a multimillionaire, but I really want to be a serial entrepreneur. I like opening businesses.
You know what I mean?
But... yeah, I wasn't doing shit. I was like hanging out with a whole bunch of broke ass motherfuckers that still ain't got no goddamn goals, ambitions, or nothing.
So do you believe that though? Like, so yes. To ask you, you believe that's true then? Your network is your net worth, and for people that don't know what it is basically what it's saying. The people who you hang around with, that's like that fucking the people you hang around with will determine basically where you're kind of going in life. And that's like that. You ever seen that meme? It's popular on social media where that old man, he's obviously some guy. He's obviously somebody that got some chips. You know, he was in a suit and all that. He's all, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Yes, I like that one.
Harsh, right?
But that's the truth.
It's
like
dead ass
in
truth.
reality, like, you know, and this is so sad to say, RIP to anybody who has lost their life. But niggas who come into large lump sums of money and then still want to go back to the hood every day, you putting yourself in a situation where you are going to become the next victim. Yeah. And it's unfortunate to say that, especially if you're a person that wasn't well respected the way you should have been. Why are you doing that? Why are you hanging around in these circles? Yeah. Like, in order for me to lift you up, I first have to get there. Yeah. And if I'm not there, then I
create opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how you give back.
Get you there.
Yeah, no, most definitely. That's how you bring it up. Like, I'm not gonna be the rich guy and come down and hang out with all the homies and all my homies broke and I'm not doing shit to help trying to empower them. Now if I did and they're broke by choice, that's on them. But see, if they're broke, then they're not probably gonna be around me like that. And when I mean broke, I don't mean like your money situation, because you know everybody's a move away from getting there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a mentality.
Yeah, a being broke mentality. Exactly, yeah. A broke mentality. I don't mean your pockets. I mean, you know, because you could not have money, but have a strategic plan. Be studying, laying your eggs. You're going to school, doing whatever it is you're going to, but you're priming up for your shit.
See, I feel like even right now, I'm not financially where I would want to be.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we're not. None of us is really.
One of the businesses that I own is a business management company, and I tell everybody, if you have a vision and you're willing to do the work, I will help you get to where you want to be.
I was hoping you would say that. I was hoping you would bring that up and talk about that because, you know what I'm saying? I want to do segments on the show, and I definitely want to make sure that when you start your job on the show, I'm trying to get used to it. Let me get used to it. I'm trying to be fair though. You know what I'm saying? So
life isn't fair.
Yeah, I mean it ain't. You know what I mean? But you know, competition. You know, when competition is.
You can't compete where you don't compare.
Man, say it again. Then. But anyways, yeah. Well, you know, we're gonna want to do that. You know, we're gonna want a segment where we talk about. You know, anything, give them a little look, financial literacy, a little quick tip, and break it down on what that tip could mean to maybe like, you know, building up their credit, just getting their finances in order, or goals, setting goals, things like that, things that people could use either as inspiration or just maybe knowledge. Like, I love podcasts. I learned a lot of shit in my pursuit of what I'm trying to do in my other endeavors through podcasts, through listening to other people that actually getting the direct breakdown. See, the thing about social media and the internet that sucks now, you don't know who the fuck's really talking to you. It could be a fucking scam.
Right.
But when you get the audio, the person that actually does this shit and he sits there and breaks it down for you and tells you, this is what I did, this is what I do, this is what you're gonna face, and da-da-da-da, that's a different story. Now you're getting the information from the source.
Right.
Instead of it being cut and distributed to you from somewhere else.
Right.
That's the beauty of the thing about podcasts. I feel like is one of the few reasons why they're so popular now. It's because people know CNN, people know fucking Fox News, and it's a bunch of bullshit, and they don't tell you really things. They tell you things to scare you. Mm-hmm. It's like podcasting, vlogs, rappers, musicians, actors now, like independent film studios. They're the news. Right. You get what's going on in the world through them now, through those media filters, because people are kind of showing that they're tired. Like, don't get me wrong, big films are always going to be good and stuff like that. They're always going to have some messages, because sometimes people do a big film about some real ass shit. Right. But for your day-to-day news, opinions and things, people are kind of want real people now. They're tired of the shit that's dressed up and fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and depending on your political party will determine what you actually watch and what you hear.
It's all programming.
Yeah, I learned that working in government.
That's crazy, right? And you know what? This shit is well thought out. So when I see my people wigging out and foaming at the corners of their mouth on Facebook talking about fucking conspiracies and Trump and all that shit, it's just like, yo, I was like, they've been programmed. You know what I'm saying? And they're programmed. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that you can't be programmed unless you allow yourself to be.
You want to know a secret, though? In real life. And I know many people who listen to this podcast, they are not going to agree with it. But if you are a business person, you would questionably be pro-Trump. Not in the sense that he is a racist. We already established that.
No. I get what you're saying.
But from a business perspective, businesses, when it comes to taxes, winning.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that. See, the thing is like, the thing I always got caught up about people is that they were so willing to, for that, to allow and put up with all the other shit that was causing problems and getting people hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that was always my main thing when it came to that. But like, yeah, I mean, they're all about business. That's their party's backbone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I agree with you, because look at everything right now. Gaston went up. You know what I'm saying? All the little stuff that we could talk about, and you could tell the difference in what they do. To me, like when somebody told me the other day, it's like it's a puppet show. It's like no matter which puppet it is, it's the same person that's sticking their hand in there. You know what I mean? It's just two different hands. So I'm like, yeah, I get it. So you're right. I agree with you on that. Like I said, I'm not for neither or side or whatever. But yeah, for businesses and shit like that, that's just how he ran his shit. That's how he ran his ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and his ship made sure that people that were making more money or had businesses were actually winning, because it's unfortunate that every time a Democrat get in office, it seems like anything that involves business get fucked over, because the businesses is what's keeping us going. Like, that is retarded. So just finding that balance, I feel like it's something they need to do. But shit, who am I? I don't know politics.
Yeah,
well.
And you know what? When it comes to that, it's just the same shit show. It's like until the people actually decide and realize that they can dictate what happens, because we have the numbers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But we have to have discipline. You know what I mean? If what they fear the most is us not spending money.
Again, please. We need to have discipline.
That's all it really is. And so as far as us business being aspiring entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs out there, the people that are in the game and doing it, that's what they're basically doing, because they know at the end of the night, this country is ran and powered by money, for money, and you gotta have some money, and you don't gotta be like everyone else, but money is a position of power to put you in a power to be free, financially, and to do the things that you feel you need to do to better yourself and better your bloodline and your family. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's
I'm
exactly
not.
why I'm trying to make my network.
You know what I mean?
Match what I want my net worth to be.
I feel you on that.
So I can get in there. I want to be in those houses too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I wanna have them kind of problems where I'm bitching about getting taxed a little more, even though I know even with that tax I'm still gonna be making money. I'm still
exactly.
You know what I mean? I would love to have that problem right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be well off. I'm gonna be okay. And I feel like once you like you said, you gotta have more than one fucking horse in the race.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it can't just be the podcast. So I do podcasts, I do music, I do clothing, I do all this other shit that I do. I'm doing documentaries now. We're filming a documentary. So, well, that's all I'm gonna say on the podcast. You know, I'm talking about it. But you know what I mean? You know, that shit right there, you know, lets me have, you know, besides other things, of course, you know what I mean?
Right.
Lets me have, you know, the freedom to be like, you know, I care if one of these motherfuckers is gonna hit, and then when one's hit, I'm gonna bring everything else along.
But it's not even just one of them. All of them is gonna hit in their own time.
In their own time, exactly. So, but I need one to get the ball rolling, and we good. You know what I mean?
Because now that you have me on the podcast, I can see this going somewhere far.
That's how we're gonna have to run it. That's how we really gonna have to run it. We need that dynamic. Like I said, the people have spoken. That's what they want. We got to give them what they want. Now the thing is like, well, I don't know. Cause look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now, first of all, if you're trying to be on this show and you want to, whoever, I'm not gonna say no names, but whoever auditioned for this show and wants to be, said they wanted to be on the show, and we booked the time and date. I'm hoping you're listening to this. Because if you're not listening to this, then you probably don't want to be on the show. But I'm gonna still give you the benefit of the doubt, because I gotta meet you, and we gonna run through it. But you know, just so you know, you gotta study your competition. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're trying to do. You gotta have a strategy.
I'm the best kept secret. Ain't no studying me. Like, this is natural. This is who I am. Okay, like, you know how some people, they really actually like develop their personality. No, this has been me from day one. This is just who I am and how I move, and ain't nothing gonna change that. Okay. So it just is what it is. But I mean, whoever else auditions, they can definitely come and be a guest for their audition.
Oh shit. All right, y'all heard it. Y'all look. Okay, so are you doing like financial advice, or is there like because I know you said you're not big on social media much, but is there a way for people that would want to get at you somewhere we could route them to, so they could get at you for like financial advice or your services or anything that you do like that?
So I am an esthetician.
Okay, we'll start with that. Let them know where they can find you doing that. You get busy.
Opulent Aesthetics is my esthetician business, and that is where I got you when it comes to the skincare. I got you when it comes to the body sculpting. I got it when it comes to the waxing, the whole shebang. I can do all of it. I got you.
She gonna wax them spots, y'all.
And then I have a business management company called We Define Renaissance Management. So I like to help small businesses basically scale themselves. So get from wherever you are to the point that you actually want to be, whatever that looks like. So if it's starting from like literally planting the seed to getting you like legalized and becoming a business, or you know, you're already a small business and you're already working, but you're looking to actually get more numbers, different stuff like that. So I'm working on that. I'm still in school at Clark Atlanta University. Yes. So I am in their business program focusing with I'm in their business management program with a concentration in entertainment and sports management, marketing, and business management.
Talk heavy then, man.
So,
okay.
I am very busy, but you know, Divalicious. Wait, is it Divalicious Ego? I think that's the name of it. Divalicious Ego is my actual
multiple horses in the game, y'all. Like we were saying,
it's Divalicious _ ego. So Divalicious _ ego is my actual page. You can reach out to me on that. I always respond. I always be on social media. I mean, I'm not super duper heavy because in real life I'm busy. But
yeah, if it ain't about business, let's not get this fucked up. We're not talking about just go holler at a tagger and show her your latest selfie. We talking about she's telling you this to hit her if you guys are interested in like any one of these services that she provides, or just to look up, see what she's talking about. Now you will be probably getting more people hitting you on this because of that. Hopefully that's the idea, you know, regardless, is that people will take a look at what you're doing, because you're doing a lot. But you know, we gonna keep it rolling. This is known by podcast.
I tell people I'm the best kept secret. I'm the person. I'm also a resource guru. I am the person that knows everybody and nobody. I know all the resources around. And if anything I don't know, I guarantee I can find out. I got connections everywhere.
There you go. See, she could help get your business orders, get your shit straight, get your orders in a you know what I mean, in line with what you need to do. So that's it. Just that those are the places they can reach you. That's it. Nothing else you want to give out there? Any kind of info? Anything else? Any shout outs?
The only shout out I really have right now is really for Janetti. I feel like he really genuinely came through. Marty, that's my bestie. I would definitely say a serious thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how we do it though. You gotta, you know, because when he told me, he's like, you should try wool. You know what I mean? You take that into consideration because people ain't just gonna be like this. You know what I mean? You actually got on a podcast with him. He said you did dope, and I know that. I mean, shit. This podcast right here is the one. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what the people talking about. It's the No Invite Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, no_invite_podcast. You can find us on all your favorite podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. Fucking iHeartRadio, Pandora, wherever you listen to podcasts at. More than likely, we're there. If we're not, we will be there. And what else? You could also look up this episode on our YouTube channel, RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth Media Films. That's FILMZ with a Z. You know what I'm talking about? And we won't keep it rolling, y'all. Like I said, the star search apparently is over. The search is over.
Let it be known.
We gonna keep, but what's not over is the podcast. We're gonna keep it rolling though. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. You know what I mean? Go tell your mama hello if you can, if you're able to. Shout out to all the mamas. It's Mother's Day. You know what I'm talking about.